sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys took full advantage, he said, of the late season bye. They are rested, ready for the stretch run to close out the regular season. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off. Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These two teams met in Baltimore, you might remember, earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now it's Jackson. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. We look at this Browns defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
To throw is Jackson. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly flag. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And here's Taylor on the return. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offense. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now it's Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
16 yards. And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Ravens at 10-3 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Raven first down.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They go play action now. Jackson. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. You look at this Browns defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns. Nothing on the scoreboard. 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
That's the Bateman, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 35. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught
got the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Jackson going to keep it. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They're facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target.
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore 1st.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy over. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Jackson. The short throw caught by Andrews. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This 2nd and 4. Now a handoff up the middle. Knighton. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And we are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson got a man over the middle, Worthy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Knighton. And not much running room. Down to the 32. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
The dog pound barking as loud as they can here. 3rd down. Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They can... So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Go. Jackson to throw. That is caught. Bateman. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 4 yards. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Jackson going to keep it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught.
And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
Here's 1st and goal. Throwing, Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Ravens, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.